guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to show you in this video how you can still eat enough food for a very low or limited budget as well. So the other day I went to Aldi, which is a supermarket in the UK, and I did my weekly shop, and I was like literally checking the receipt, and I was like, it was just under £20, and I was like, that is actually incredible. So that shows that you don't have to eat too fancy. There are some options that you can choose and some tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today that can help you save some money. So very quickly, I'm just going to be showing you now what I bought, because I already put all the food out and I need to put it in the fridge now because there is some frozen stuff in there too. So let me just show you what I got. Before I start as well, I just wanted to give a little bit of a disclaimer. This type of food, obviously the weekly shop is going to be different according to your needs. This is my weekly shop, that is what works for me. It depends whether obviously what your calories at the moment are. I just imagine that someone that is like looking to bulk a lot, or a guy probably will need a lot more calories, but it is not just about, so this video is not about the quantity that I'm having and specifically what I'm having in a week. So I'm going to be sharing with you my shopping tips when I go to food shopping, which are, this is not just what I'm going to eat. I'm not just going to limit myself to this. That is my main weekly shopping, but in the fridge, because of the tips that I'm going to be explaining to you in this video, I already have a lot of frozen stuff, frozen chicken and frozen meat already in the fridge that I won't bother buying again because obviously they're already there, so that's what I have. But I'll be sharing with you some really valuable tips that you can use and apply to your own weekly shopping, so hopefully that will save you some money as well. But yeah, let's jump into the video now. First thing first, choose the right supermarket. So obviously these are just tips that I'm giving you if you're struggling, for example. And I know that now with this lockdown, a lot of people might be trying to save up a little bit. So I decided to just share this video with you. You don't have to shop where I shop, or you don't have to buy what I buy. That's particularly my own preference, and I'm only doing it to help you guys. So everyone is more than welcome to shop everywhere else, and everyone is more than welcome to have their own opinion about the food. This is just some tips that I'm going to be sharing in order to save some money. First of all, I used to shop at very big supermarkets that usually are a little bit more expensive, and the majority of the times the meat and the quality and all the food is basically exactly the same, and you just, the majority of the times you just be paying for the logo. I used to shop at Sainsbury's a lot. I love Sainsbury's, by the way. I'm not just discrediting any supermarket at all. It's just that sometimes it can get a little bit expensive, especially if you want to buy your weekly food shop. So I decided to have a change, and I went to Lidl and Aldi. These are very good, still good supermarkets that they have a lower price point in general. So I just like literally did this amount of, exactly the same amount of food. I will spend 35-40 quid in Sainsbury's, and with this I spend like £20, so half the price for like just exactly the same food, exactly the same properties. So it's actually insane. So I just wanted to show you some things. So the top tip that I always give is that you should always go for frozen things. For example, if you're trying to save up money, obviously fresh things are the best, and we all know that, but they do tend to last obviously for a few days, and also they're a bit more expensive too. So lately what I've been doing is just stack up on several things, especially frozen fruit, and I tend to put these in, so especially frozen berries. You don't have to buy fresh ones, obviously they have a better taste, fresh is always better, but I genuinely don't mind. I love the taste of frozen berries anyway, and they last so much longer rather than buying them fresh. You have to consume them within 4 days. Just use them every day in my porridge. I buy it once for like, and it lasts me for ages. By the way, I'm just gonna keep putting stuff away because this can't really stay out of the freezer for too long because it's frozen. So another top tip I want to give as well that I find is so useful is to plan your meals. So I would usually write down every week what I will have for so for example Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can even buy like a planner if that's easier for you, and you can just like plan literally what to have for lunch and what to have for dinner, and buy exactly the ingredients you need. That way you won't shop irresponsibly, because you know exactly what you're gonna because you'll know exactly then what you'll be eating and what you'll be needing for that week and to cover every single day. So you won't need to buy stuff, for example, that you already bought the week before. There is so many times, you know what, how many times I bought like meat that I already had in the freezer, for example, in the fridge. So make sure before as well you plan your little shopping list as well, to check what you already got, because sometimes I'll just write like pasta sauce or anything like that, and then if you just go check in the cupboard, it will actually be like 2 jars of pasta sauce, and I just keep rebuying the same thing over and over again. That is like such a waste of money, especially if you're trying to save up for the things. So here you won't see a lot of other vegetables, because the majority of them I already have them frozen in the freezer, so I don't have to keep buying them. I bought a couple of fresh kale because I never really tried buying frozen kale, but I do have a frozen spinach in my freezer, and that honestly lasts me for ages, and it just tastes as good as well. I have frozen broccolis as well, and sweet corn, sweet corn too, because it's delicious. So as a recap, make sure you plan your shopping, plan your food, what you're going to have throughout the week, so that you know exactly what to put in your shopping list, and then go shop for free shopping with your little shopping list, so that you know what you need exactly for that week. So plan out all your meals that you're going to have every single day. Meal prepping works wonder, honestly. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every single day, so that you know what meals to have. So for example, I bought 500 grams of mincemeat. Obviously I won't use 500 grams in one meal. I'll probably eat like 100 grams, because that has enough protein for me, because then anyway I'll use cheese that will increase the amount of protein anyway. So what I'll do as soon as I get the meat and I go home, I just open it and section it, and I'll freeze the parts that I won't be needing, so that I won't throw this. So if I use only 100 grams of it, and sometimes I'll just leave it in the fridge, leave it there for like ages, and then it will just like rotten, and then it will just expire, and then I have to throw it, and I just literally like wasted so much meat. But it's not just about obviously saving money, but it's also about throwing food. It's such a shame, because there's so many people literally out there that are dying because they don't have what we have, and I'm not like literally a type of person that will be, I make my mistakes, I just overspend on things, so like first world problems, we all have them, but I'm trying my best not to waste things, and like trying to reuse plastic bags and stuff like that. But anyway, that's something else. But yeah, I don't like to throw food in general. It doesn't matter how healthy or wealthy you are, I don't think you should be throwing any food away. So that's a great tip as well. So I'll put aside in the fridge the 100 grams that I'm going to need for that recipe that day, and then I'll freeze the rest. And then, because I already know when I'm gonna need it again, let's say today's Monday and I'm going to use the rest of 100 grams, I'm going to use it on Friday. Then on Thursday night, I'll just take it out of the freezer and I'll just put it in the fridge to let it defrost. That will last you so much longer if you keep freezing and if you keep planning what you're going to eat in the day. It's going to save you so much food, it's going to save you so much money, honestly. I got eggs because I go through them quite quickly, to be fair. I would say I probably buy eggs every week. Because it's just so easy. You just have them in a little scrambled eggs. I'll have scrambled eggs, then I'll just use it for carbonara recipes and other like little recipes, and they're a great source of protein as well. And then I buy almond milk. Almond milk, which is so good, by the way. Also a great source of protein. I got some cheese that is lighter, so it has less fat in it. I got some pasta sauce because I always use it for like, I tend to have a lot of pasta throughout my meals anyway, literally almost every day. So I already had a jar in the cupboard, so I didn't need to buy any more. I also had some more chicken breasts in the freezer, but because I eat a lot of chicken, instead of buying four chicken breasts, I only bought 2 because I already had 2 more in the freezer. So you see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you already know what you have, and if you plan everything, you literally won't spend and won't waste so much food, honestly. And then I got some tuna because it's so delicious. Lately I've been loving tuna pasta, so I'll just use a whole can of tuna. It's so low in fat, it's so good for you. Low in fat, it has so many good properties, and it also has 30 grams of protein, just this little tin, and it's delicious. I could just have it in my sweet potatoes, or the other day I had like a tuna pasta and mayo and sweet corn together. It's absolutely delicious. So good, I love it. And then I got some beans too, because beans is just so versatile. You can just have them anyway. You can just make soup, you can make whatever you want, even on toast, whenever you feel like lazy. And then, like, this is like the main stuff that I bought, and then some coriander and spices and bananas and apples here, just to have some fruit and to snack on a little bit. Obviously, by the way, the bananas, there was many more in this. I didn't just buy 3 bananas, but because I literally been snacking on them all the time, I always grab a banana every time, so I'm already going through them. And obviously, I already had a lot of things in the cupboard that I didn't need to buy, such as oats. I already have them, but obviously it's a one-time purchase really. Then you can, whatever, it will last me for like a month, like a big pack of oats that I'll have in my cupboard. So I'll just do a little checklist for you now, just a sort of summary to let you know what the key points of this video are. So first of all, choose the right supermarket. Honestly, I used to be such a snob before. I used to think, oh my god, no, Aldi and Lidl, they just have such bad quality things. But honestly, it's just literally the same. I've been having food from them for like ages, and I've been fine with it. Like, I've never had any problems. But obviously that is up to you. I know that some people have their own preferences. So for instance, if you're trying to save up money, then you'll need to go to certain supermarkets that they'll have a lower price point. So go to the right supermarket, and then plan your week and plan your food that you're going to have every single day of the week. So I'll have a little planner with me, and I'll write down the recipe and exactly what I'm going to have. For example, let's say Monday at lunch I'm going to have a chicken carbonara, or Tuesday at dinner I'm going to have chicken fajitas or tuna pasta or something like that. So I'll plan every single thing that I'm going to have, and underneath every single food I'll just write down the ingredients that I need for that particular recipe. Then what I will do, I'll just go over, before writing my shopping list, I'll go over and check whether I already have, if I already have that food in my cupboards, in the fridge or anything. So I'll just inventory check. And then after that, you're just ready to go. You go do your shopping with whatever you need, and prefer frozen things because they'll last you longer. It's literally the same. I usually tend to buy a lot of frozen fruit and berries and frozen vegetables as well. But obviously these are optional. If you're everywhere, at the end of the day, they're going to have their different preferences, their own preferences. So it's up to you really. And then once you arrive home, make sure you section and freeze the stuff that you're not going to need straight away, because majority of the times the meat, I don't know, especially in the UK, it will expire like in 3 days. So to avoid any waste, make sure you just buy some like little plastic freezable bags where you can section the food and freeze it and use it throughout the week. That's the weekly shop. My weekly shop there is like for £20, even less actually. I literally spent less than £20 on this, and if I bought it anywhere else, it would just cost me like £35 to £40. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I really hope you found this useful. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. I really appreciate any type of support really. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week.